I think that's charging. I'm going to get in that room here. I'm going to do a landscape. I'm going to paint over this painting. I got to get rid of all this black first, though. Let me cover this so I can let it dry for a few minutes. If you don't cover this black, it'll show up. It'll show up through the colors. So pretty much any kind of dark color you gotta cover. This is just titanium white. I have gesso, but gesso takes a little longer to dry. So I'm just using a little bit of titanium white here. Because I bought a new tube of titanium white. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. I'm going to do my new technique on my clouds today. Tonight I got to rush. I got to paint fast because I got to go to work at 5 in the morning. So that means I got to get to bed pretty soon here. I imagine everybody is got to get up early tomorrow for work, huh? I don't even know why I tell you guys. I just tell you because I was supposed to text Lisa here real quick. Okay. Something to ponder. Welcome to the chat. Remember, guard your privacy. All right, I can see the room now. So I'll let this dry and I kind of see something cool here. I don't want to put it in dark. I'll try yellow ochre, but I see like an eye here. Like a long face. Like I keep grabbing for the dark. I don't want to fill it in too much. I'll grab a little, I'll make some gray. So I see kind of like a big eye right here. And then the nose way down here with almost like almost looks like a goat head or something, you know. And then the mouth would be here. And then you know how goats have that beard down here? Goat, they have a beard. So that's what I see in all this right here. Isn't that cool? That's what I see. Hey, thanks for joining in, everyone. I'm going to do a landscape. I'm not going to do a billy goat. I was just showing you what I see in there. Could almost turn that to a person. This looks like you know, the face here, and then this would be hair going up in here. Turn it into a really wicked looking painting. Alright, let me get some yellow out. There's my yellow, the good yellow. They call me mellow yellow. Call it mellow yellow. I have my iPad charging, so I don't have the mic in, so I have to talk a little louder. Dropping paint everywhere. Quit falling. I guess I'll have to mix some green. I'll make my own green by mixing what like a horizon here with a tree over here, a really cool tree, and a cool sky in the background. Lots of clouds with my new my technique for cloud making. And let's put some grass down here first. Say goodbye to the billy goat. We'll have to make it dark green. Or it won't cover. So I got this new technique for clouds, and I'm going to do it really quick up here, and then I'll put the tree on top of it. You guys see the ship I did just a while ago? The ghost ship? Check that out, guys. Isn't that cool? I'm really happy with that ship. Let me put some dark color out here. Maybe I can design some terrain or something. We'll see. Good enough. All right, let's do the sky. I need a blue sky. Oh, this is a nice blue. Wow. Look at that. Putting it on heavy, guys, because I'm going to do these cool clouds. I think it'll look really this really dark blue. Maybe it'll look like almost like nighttime, like that midnight blue color. Thanks for watching. You're not going to be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. All right, there's my sky. Wow. I've never done a blue sky like that before. That is so, it's unbelievable. While that's kind of drying a little bit, I'm going to put a pathway in here. I like to do pathways. What this does, it invites the viewer's eye into the painting. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to have the person start here and then work their way into the tree. All right, there's my path. You would think I would put the tree here, but I'm actually going to put it over here. All right, here we go. I'm going to put some clouds in here. I'm going to use the new style that I came up with. They call me Mellow Yellow. Call me mellow yellow. And I have clouds right on the horizon here. All right. I'm going to try and blend that in. This is a new style clouds technique that I came up with. I know it's Sunday night. You got people are probably watching basketball or something. I don't know what's on. Probably. I think the NBA finals are on. But yeah, all right. We'll stick around for a few minutes, and then I got to go to bed too. I got to start at 5 in the morning tomorrow. I'll I'll get I'll try and get the tree put in here pretty quick. There's just going to be a big tree here with some cool clouds and some flowers down here. It's just because I got an art show coming up in 2 weeks. I want to have some paintings that, should sell if I can get this to look good. So I have to do the sky first before I can put the tree in because this I'm using, it'd be kind of hard to put all the clouds in after the tree is up there. So there's that looks so cool already. But now I'm going to give it a few minutes. I'm going to put highlights on, but I got to let it dry a little bit. Otherwise, it'll just blend in more. So I want the tops of the clouds to be really bright. Just give it, maybe I'll put some flowers in while that's drying. I'm going to do flowers over here. Might as well get these flowers done while the sky's drying. I can get these done pretty quick. either this flowers or it could be like a wheat field. What I do, I'll put one color down here, and then I'm going to add some yellow on top, some brown for shadows down here. It's a real technique for if you want to get uh, foliage in your painting. So you don't have to go in here with a brush and do each individually. Watch how cool this turns out. If you make them taller, you could call it like a wheat field. And I put a scarecrow in one of my paintings the other day, right? Because it looked like a cornfield. Does that look cool? Now I put one more color on it, a very light yellow. I put white in it just to get some highlights in here. And maybe a little more brown. Just to get some shadows. Definitely need it down here because the sun wouldn't be hitting at the bottom here. And just put a few dark spots in there. Just like that. There you go. That is so cool. So I'm going to keep it yellow. Mellow yellow. They call me mellow yellow. We'll do the same thing back here. And then I'll do the clouds, and then the tree will be last. Almost like how I did that ship. I put the ship, I painted it over. Usually I'll put my tree in first and then I'll paint around it because it looks so cool when you do that. Maybe I'll keep that side a little darker. Like the shadow is, maybe the cloud is covering this side. So I'll put just a little bit of yellow. I'll keep this side a little shady. Not so bright. There we go. That looks really cool. Actually, I should do that. Uh, Knock some of this down in the back. This shouldn't be as bright as this up here. There we go. Perfect. All right, I think I could start on my good night mozzarella cookie. All right, happy birthday if you're still here. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for the like. I know you're the only one watching, so I know it was you. I'm going to try something different on my clouds today. I'm going to start in the middle here and see if I can make this look really round up here. Let's give it a try. It looks like it might work. So the whole idea now is to put some highlights on your clouds, just on the top part. Blend the lower part back in and leave the top part really bright. Like maybe the light's coming from up here hitting down on the cloud, like maybe the moon or something. This is almost turning into a nighttime scene. I'm making the white a little larger than I did earlier because I don't want to waste time with a small brush. So I'm using a bigger brush here. I think it's working fine. It's really, I made the sky really blue, so I might still be able to put some purple shade some of these. Yeah, I don't know if you're still here, but yeah, you said purple would go perfect with yellow. You're absolutely right. But I like this brush, but it takes the top smooth. Man, this is looking really cool. See if I put highlights in the middle of the cloud and see what that does. It's instead of hitting the top. I'll have to get my other brush to pull this out. This brush doesn't blend very well. It's supposed to be a blender brush, but didn't really do anything, so I'll just hit a little bit up here. Call me Mellow Yellow. Let me put this one on and then I'll get a different brush. Get my filbert brush because that's not really blending it well enough for me. This is what I'm looking for here. There we go. Much better. Luckily this is, I put a lot of paint up there so it should stay wet for me for a little bit. Those clouds look cool. I mean, they are like really bright clouds. I'm kind of going a little overboard with all these clouds, but it's because this is a new technique for me. If it dries on you, just wet your brush. It'll soften paint back up for you. I'm going to try some purple in here. They actually call this uh, plum violet. It's a really pastel type violet. They call it plum. See that? You don't really need much, but you notice the difference of this purple and the blue. You don't need much color. Don't like just that little much. It really makes a difference. And we'll add a little more to the one above it. It's almost like the bottom part of the cloud. And I want to put some, maybe, that is such a cool sky. I can't believe how cool that looks. I need to test out a little more. I just learned this technique, so I'm not sure what I can do with it yet. I think the white section here needs a little bigger. And kind of this one looks cool. I put a little more here, so it looks like the cloud's starting to come down. So let me try that here. We'll make this cloud kind of come down just a hair. That's what it does. If it looks any different. Yeah, check this out. We'll bring it down just a tad here. A little more white. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot I can do. Uh, there's a lot to do to make these clouds look a little different, but I'll probably have to finish this tomorrow because I have to go to bed as well. Maybe I shouldn't go to bed so early because These clouds are looking really good. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, this look. Oh, I gotta fix this one up. I used the fan brush up here, so now I gotta come back and redo some of these up here. It's better to use a filbert brush to add the highlights. The fan brush was a little sloppy on top there. They call me Mellow Yellow. All right. Those are some cool looking clouds. I'll put some floaters in here. Let's put one over this one happens. So I can get some layering going on here. We'll put a little purple shadow on this one. There we go. Yeah, so it looks like it'll work if you can layer clouds on top. And I didn't really put these in a good order, but that's what it is. There's going to be a big tree here, so I might take a little breather here. I still got one person in here. Look at that pathway. See, you enter the painting here. Then I take your eye over here. Then you're going to come up the clouds. Maybe I will put the tree over here. So you'll come in, go to the clouds, go to this big tree over here. It's going to be a colorful tree. It's going to be a purple tree. You know what I should put back there? I should put a big, I should put like a cabin or something with a tree next to it. Those are some wicked colors, man. I've never done anything like this. I gotta fix these clouds. I gotta fix the clouds before I move on. What happened, the filbert brush, you see how it made it look kind of knotty up there? Like, I want to smooth out just a little on top. It's a little better, but I have to do them all. This one up here came out pretty bad. I think if I get a new fan brush, it'll work fine. But the one is kind of getting old. I do have some new fan brushes. Ellie sent me some. I just gotta find where I put them. Like, I don't know how she found them. The kind of fan brushes I like, I can't even find them here in Seattle anymore. They used to Michaels, and then they quit handling that brush. And then they got all these cheap brushes. But we're getting all new items over there because the products are being made by another country now. There we go. That looks better. This is, it's not an easy to do clouds, but you better effect by doing it this way. I had a pretty good tech for clouds when I did oil painting. I actually have some videos on my channel from a couple years ago when I was doing oil paint. All right, I'm happy with that so far. Time to pre-in. It's been 53 minutes. I've done that in 53 minutes. What time is it? Almost 9, 10, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. If I can work on this another 20 minutes, then I gotta go to bed. I don't know if you're still in here, mozzarella, but it'll be your birthday in 20 minutes. I'm assuming you're on the East Coast. Alright, I better not put any more paint. Because I want it dry so I can put the tree in next. Calling mellow yellow. This is the perfect painting for a white picket fence. Keeping the people out of the floors, you know. If you just joined in, cloud technique I'm using. I just came up with it yesterday. It takes a little longer, but it looks so cool. I'm going to add purple here. Watch what happens. It's really cool. It's like plum vibe. So cool. Uh-oh, my back is starting to pinch. My back is telling me it's time to stop. I kind of like it. I'll dark this one up just a little. All right, I'm gonna tree trunk in next. They call me Mellow Yellow. All right, there's my tree trunk, and I'm sticking to it. I might have to put 2 trees in this one. Uh, I'm trying to think what I want to do the tree. I don't think I can do orange. Uh, the painting is blue and yellow, so let's find what blue and orange. This should have been orange. And I could do a little green tree. And I can put some orange highlights on this. And then it'll be a good color scheme. Let's try a little orange on those flowers. Not a really bright orange, just enough. get a different color in there. Alright, now I can do the tree green. The tree is going to be like a lime green. Looks like I might be able to get most of it done here. So I'm going to start with a dark green and I'm going to start with small batches here. And then I'll probably adjust them here in a second. She loved me like a rock, oh baby, love you. Love me, love me, love me, love me like a rock. She loves me like a rock, oh baby. Love me like a rock. Na 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 na. That's a cool tree so far. It has to be lime green though to fit in with all these colors. I wish I would have made that tree a little bigger. Wow. I'm really digging this tree. Love me like a rock. It's like I need some right here. It's a cool looking tree. I may add some yellow to the sky here. Mama, she loves me, she loves me. She gets on her knees and prays and just love me like a rock. She loves me like a rock, oh baby. Thanks for the likes, everyone. I appreciate that. All right, I'm going to make a lime green now. I'm kind of mixing my own paint. I'm using blue and yellow. Doing this in baby steps because I'm not used to doing these types of trees, so I'm doing the highlights a little bit at a time because I don't want to mess it up. I think this should have a hump in the middle here, though, like. Yeah, like that. Wow. Look how cool that looks, guys. Man. put the shadows in the right place. That looks so cool. Let's take a look at this, guys. Ah. Pretty amazing. All right, I think I'm going to put the picket fence in, like I said, here and around here to keep people hours, you know. This is light enough. She loves me. She gets on knees and prays and says, "Love me like a rock." I'm really taking my time on this one. I used to paint really fast. I mean, I usually paint. I have this thing I call the 10-minute challenge. Where you do like a landscape, you get it done in 10 minutes. All right. trying to find, oh, there it is. Alright, I'm going to do a picket fence. Trying to think, do I want it in the flowers or in the deer? A lot of detail work here now. It's got to be taller. She loves me like a rock, oh baby. I don't think I'm going to take the fence all the way down. It's going to be a lot of work. I'll put one more stick in here, and then I'll see if I want to go any further. I think I did that. Looks pretty cool. I like it. It needed something like that. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end it there. There's still a lot I got to do. I got to finish all this dirt. I got to lighten it a little more highlights. But I like it so far. That's definitely out in the country. So I got this idea because weekend I went to Oregon to some vineyards and I took a bunch of pictures and there was a lot of scenes like this. Grape, grapes everywhere. All right, I'll finish this tomorrow. I appreciate everybody watching. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much.